Well, hey everybody! Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. And in this week, I'm going to be showing you some video of what Larry and I did the other week on stacking a washer and dryer, moving a cabinet. I've got a few tips, a few things that we ran into doing this. I'll show you the kit if you've never done this before to stack a washer and dryer. Of course, the washer and dryer has to be made that way so that they can be stacked, but you can save a lot of room in a smaller laundry room. So anyways, before we get started, I just wanted to ask you to like us and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel at Handyman Pros Radio Show, and also give us a 5-star review on our podcast. So with that, let's begin. Well, hey guys, I've got a before picture here, and I think at this point, you guys over on the podcast might want to shoot across to YouTube to see this. But what we have here in the laundry room is a sink, and next to that we have the washing machine, and then next to that we have the dryer, and above that there's a cabinet. The customer wants that cabinet be moved above the sink. And then the dryer will be stacked on top of the washing machine to open up the whole corner on the right.
Hey, it's Larry and John. We are doing a cabinet removal we're going to stack a washer and dryer, but we've got to move this cabinet first. There's Johnny up on his ladder. So anyway, just some raw footage. We're going to see what we can come up with here.
So first off, Johnny, I think you should set up the laser so that we've got the height right.
Okay, what's going on right now is that we have to cut away all of the caulk along this cabinet. Since that cabinet is against the right-hand wall, they had trimmed it out for that. The cabinet's going to go against the left-hand wall, so all the trim has to come off this cabinet as well.
The what? Any paint?
All right, at this point, here comes the fun. The way somebody had put this cabinet up, they buried in the screws, which are Robertson bit type screws, the square head screws, and they were really small. And boy, I'll tell you, they just buried those things way in there, and then they caulked it, or they put some kind of some compound or something over the top of those screws, and we just couldn't get those things out of there, short of cutting them. But we did finally get them to back out. It was a real pain. So once again, nothing's easy.
On the bottom? Yeah, I just caulk it.
Mark my words.
Yeah.
At this point, Larry's having a lot of fun finding those screws. I'll tell you that much. So we couldn't we couldn't figure out where they were. There was just so covered up in there. I'm speeding this up a little bit, and but I just wanted to have you folks enjoy some of the frustration that Larry is having here trying to dig those screws out of this cabinet. So I gotta put my head in there and see what he's doing while I'm doing some other things. I had to come back and see how the progress was going here. You know, Larry has to be he's got to be managed. So he discovered some screws that were going 45 degrees, into the studs. And these things, once again, were so covered up you couldn't even see them. At times you might be able to feel them with kind of a pick or something like that. But then it was, just being able to try to get that Robertson bit in there. I'm not a big fan of those square bits because of this kind of thing. I'd rather have Torx type of bits. But the guys that have put this in, I think they were 3-inch screws. So, anyways, they're going to be coming out. Oh, and there it is. All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's clean up a little bit here. Do you have the other pick?
Yes.
Let me move all this, because this thing's coming down. The next thing we need to understand is... And finally, after battling those screws for I don't know how long, the hard part was just to even find them and then get another bit in there to even back them out and to find at the angles that those things were in there with wood putty or something all over them. It was really tough, but finally success. We got that cabinet down.
So we'll find the level.
Now I know some of you might be saying, we can just go ahead and cut those things off and or drill them out, and we thought about that. We could use a speed out or something like that, but instead of doing that, which might have really made a mess of the cabinet itself, we decided that we would continue this for just a little bit longer, and it paid off. This was a really well built cabinet. It was pretty heavy. So we had the laser level there and just shot a laser across from the bottom of the where the cabinet was before, straight across, and we're just going to move it to the same height over the sink at this point. So that made it really easy to do that. So what we'll do here is just find the studs, and then go ahead and put the laser. We had the laser on it. I'm just marking the studs right now, so we have a place to get this cabinet right back up.
So we've laid this out, and we've got it right on line with it over there. So Johnny's just going to put a few marks along that.
We tightened in, but I can't tell from up here.
What's that?
The screws, the back screws.
And now with the cabinet installed correctly over the sink where we want it to be in the first place, we're ready to proceed with stacking the dryer on top of the washer. So what you have here in this picture is the stacking kit. It's very simple. It has a couple of clips on it that go into the back of the washer. And there is that long strip you'll see on the top there. That is a piece of metal. It's like a long foot for the bottom front of the dryer with an adhesive strip on it. And that's really about it. And there's a couple of clear plastic strips that are protectors for the sides of the top of the washer. So when you get it up there, all you have to do is move the dryer around a little bit into position, attach those clips that bolt onto the back of the washer, and the bottom piece there bolts onto the bottom of the dryer. And then you just rock the dryer back a little bit and pull it's a double-sided piece of foam tape, and just pull the bottom piece off and then drop the dryer back on top of the washer, and that's all there is to it. So right here, what we have is we've stacked the washer, the dryer on top of the washer, and it is a two-man job. Picking up a dryer and sticking it up on top. So be careful with that. And just now, it's just a matter of hooking up the dryer back appropriately to the outlet. This one has steam on it, so it has some water running to it, and the dryer outlet in the vent.
There's this recording. There's Larry.
Hi. Larry's hooking up the steam function on the dryer.
So we got this thing stacked up, pretty simple. The stacking kit. Nothing to it really.
Other than lifting it, Johnny.
Other than lifting this thing.
Johnny, can you turn the water on back over there? The cold water?
I can. So, folks, stay tuned.
Looks like no runs, no drips, no errors.
All right. Very nice.
There is a nice stream, though.
No, just kidding.
Very nice.
Just a joke.
All right.
All right, on with the rest of this.
On with the rest
We're
of
just
this.
going to reverse this door right now, and
I've got to hook up the dryer vent, and besides that, then
the dryer vent.
pretty much in ships.
Let's see here. There's the camera. So you might have heard me mention in the tape right there that we were going to reverse the door, which is fairly easy, which we did. I just unscrewed that door and flipped it over and put it back on the dryer so that both doors opened in the same direction. Well, folks, that's the end of this show. And what we did was we moved that cabinet from the right-hand side over to above the sink. On the left-hand side, we had to remove that molding so that now the crown molding won't fit because now it's left-handed. So we're going to be retrimming that out, but also going to be building a table where that dryer was for a folding table. So I hope you enjoyed Larry with trying to dig out all those screws out of that cabinet, which was a lot of fun. Hats off, Larry. And please leave your comments and questions with us in our YouTube channel. I try to answer all those as quickly as I can. So have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.